Hello and welcome to another update video. Here in this case about Bitcoin, we take a look at what an all-time high target for Bitcoin could be in the next cycle. Yeah, and for that we use another indicator from Look into Bitcoin. We use one that we already looked at in terms of where we looked at the possible bottom for Bitcoin, the cycle bottom, the cycle low. This is the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve indicator, and we can see that in the past it oftentimes reached the high, the peak, the upper band of this growth channel. And I just would like to talk to you about, how high could we go, and if we now, for example, reached the top of that channel now, and when we could possibly reach it. So you can see this is obviously a logarithmic chart. We can see that we're currently in a possible accumulation phase here below the lower band. You would normally expect in the next cycle, when we have the next cycle top, to reach again the top of this one. Yeah, and if we zoom in here, we can do that. Then let's say we reach that today, is of course totally ridiculous. The price would be 189,000. So obviously, as you can see, the upper band is going up in value all the time. So let's say here in October, for example, end of October, the value would be 214,000. So it will be interesting. So the longer this takes, the higher this growth curve channel actually goes. And that means the longer we are in the current bear market, or the longer we are in this sort of accumulation phase, the higher possibly could the next cycle top be. And let's say at the moment we're around 20K for Bitcoin. I mean, this would be, if we really reached the 200K level, that would be a 10x for Bitcoin. Is this realistic? To be honest, 10x, I would expect rather a 10x for many altcoins. For Bitcoin, I think it's a bit of a stretch. I don't think we necessarily will reach that peak in the next cycle, but I think we are getting into the upper band here, sort of in the upper half. So it would be somewhere between, let's say, 90,000 and 200,000. It's of course a huge area, but I think somewhere in there would be realistic. And my personal guess would be in the next cycle to reach something around 150 to 175,000. Based on this, I don't think we will reach do a 10x. That would be quite strong for Bitcoin, and maybe we're only going to reach the 125K. Yeah, I mean, nobody really knows, but I think we are going to get, as we always did, in any oops, let me just reset that here, in any cycle top or in any peak of a cycle, we always moved into the upper half of that band. So a minimum of 90K I think would be expected, but the longer this takes, as I said, this band goes up of course in value as well, and at some point we'll have the 100K. And even though we did not reach the absolute upper band in every cycle, for example here 2021 we didn't, we at least got in the upper half. So that would be my view, that we have to get into the upper half. Now how long that takes, we don't really know. It could happen still in this cycle, in my opinion, as we have not yet touched the upper band, or maybe as after every peak, we have to wait until the next cycle. That would be 2024, when the next halving occurs. So it's a bit of time to accumulate, but I think there is still a chance to do it actually in this cycle. There is still a chance, especially as we have not had this this massive cycle top that actually everybody expected, and that you would have expected based on this indicator here. So let's see, nobody really knows, but at the moment everything points towards that we are in an accumulation phase, and in the next bull run we should get into the upper half of that channel. If we get into the upper half, it's worth observing these other indicators here as well, when they get overheated, when they flash sell signals. So obviously I presented quite a lot in other videos to you, so you should all be very much prepared for the next bull run and to identify the next possible cycle, or at least when you can get a sell signal, so that you are not missing to take profits. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then tune in the next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.